What's up, my legends? It's Scion. I wanted to take a look at the runes that we have for the new guild battle. Alright, so I picked up a few of them. I just totally went to the wrong thing. I picked up a few of them, and I'm actually interested in using one set. The other ones is kind of like, yeah, but I'm actually interested in using one. So let's go to guild battle. You will notice in the guild shop besides Ian, you have the rune of time, the rune of barrier, the rune of poison, the rune of multi-strike, taunt, and unity. Unity is probably good for boss battle. Excuse me, because a rune of unity is basically gives you damage according. Why am I even doing it that way? Let's do it the completely right way. That is not the completely right way. Alright, so rune box. Alright, so right here is rune of barrier. Rune of barrier gives you a chance to grant shield. Yeah, for grant a shield 20% for 2 turns at the start of a turn. So the effect can be only applied once. It does not say once per match. It just said it can only be applied once, so it can only happen that one time. Now, I'm not sure if that's all that great, because I did see somebody say that it could happen every turn, but with it being in red right there, it can only be applied once. That usually means that once you do it, it's one and done. So if anybody could confirm that, then let me know, because I actually am interested in this one, and it'd be kind of cool to have that. But then again, when I have somebody like Sid shields a lot as well. But you know, sometimes if you don't have Sid, this would be a good use as well as too. So keep that in mind. You have the rune of taunt. This is the one that I actually want. 30% chance to taunt the target for 2 turns upon successful attack using a skill. That's any skill, not just one skill in particular. And it's only 2 set, which means if you're going to put that on a tank, you can probably get rid of maybe the HP or something like that. I almost only want to say, so probably maybe some defense. I don't know. I like what would you get rid of just to get taunt out there, because it's gonna take down your survivability just to do this. But I still am interested in this because somebody like Claude and Electra, like they both have skills that can hit multiple targets, and sometimes it just doesn't taunt. So especially like with Electra, if her 3 skill, if you can get a taunt out on her 3 skill, which doesn't normally taunt that much, like, bruh, like that'd be extremely sexy for somebody like her. I would like to have my tank be able to taunt on all of their skills instead of just one. All right, so that's not one right there. I think this is Unity. Increases the caster's attack by 40% if the party has the 5 heroes with the same element. Again, boss battle, this would be great. Boss battle. But anywhere else, you're kind of like not going to be doing something like that. So I'm kind of like, I'm a little bit on that. That's a little what else? Is this Unity again? It is Unity again. That's just a normal. And this is Unity again. There was one more I had here. This is barrier again. Alright, so I'm gonna have to go. Where did see all set bonuses? Alright. Alright, so we have, it wasn't crush, it was support. All of these seem like there it is. Elemental unity, that's the one we just saw. Here's taunt, multi-strike. Alright, so 100% chance for multi-strike to inflict 30% additional damage. Multi-strike happens a lot with certain characters, but the 30% additional damage is pretty interesting. Not sure if it's enough to make me want to use on that, but might be something that you guys might want to look into. Rune of poison, 40% chance to poison one enemy for 30% of the attack for 2 turns upon successful skill 1 attacks. What, doesn't Callie do this automatically with her 1 skill? Pretty sure. But that's interesting. I don't know, guys. Like, I'm not too sure about this. I probably would never do that, to be honest with you. All right, we already saw Rune of Barrier and Rune of Time. 100% chance to decrease skill cooldowns by 2 turns upon killing an enemy. Once per attack. And again, it has down there this could be only applied once. But the once per attack, wouldn't that be like, if it's once per attack, then they wouldn't need to say this effect applied only once. So that would mean that it would happen more, wouldn't it? This is a pretty interesting rune set right here. Because that would essentially mean that 100% chance upon killing an enemy. And that would mean that your skill cooldowns, which are normally at the mercy of 6 cooldowns globally, will be down to 4. Your 2s that are usually like 2 or 3 cooldowns will be down to 1. Like that's kind of good to be able to spam out stuff all the time. Like, certain characters have a buff that they have at their 2 skill that they would have every other round. So they would be permanently with that buff, because usually the buffs last 2 rounds. And the cooldown is going to come back when that buff is down. So you just continuously have that buff. And especially if it's a buff that attaches itself to the whole team. That's actually pretty good. So this is something to actually think about. I'm not too sure that's going to be more DPS on the long run, but if you put this on the character, say, like a healer, this is great for a healer. This is beyond great, actually, for a healer. But see, you have to make them kill somebody, which Rue is definitely a good candidate for that, and I guess Sid would be too, because you kind of want to have Sid use his 1 skill to attack. This would, you know what, the fights that Rue has that actually go and do things, like with the Kali fight and with the Sid fight, that would be broken. You will always have heals ready, you will always have resurrect ready, and that would make that fight just insanely more easy. It would be insanely more easy. I'm feeling this one right now for a healer. I really am. I don't think I would put it anywhere else. Even though DPS is like, but it's like you'd be losing a big chunk of DPS just to have your skill set back faster. Now, is that going to be more than that big chunk of DPS? You're essentially probably going to be losing like 20 to 25% of your DPS to actually do that. So, is that enough? I don't think so, but it's still something good to think about and something good to play with. So I will catch you guys next video. I just wanted to show you guys this really quick on Sunday, and just to give you something to think about. Maybe somebody could theory craft it and do the numbers with all that. I don't have time to be doing the numbers like that, but I would trust somebody if they sit down and actually do it, and see if something like this would be a DPS increase, or would it be a HPS increase, like heal per second, on the healers to actually be able to do this, because I think that would be really interesting. Like and subscribe. If you like, join the Discord and follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Links will be in the description. Thank you for watching. Thanks for everybody who showed up yesterday in that stream. We ended up at 71 concurrent at one point. That is way more than I ever thought would happen at that particular point in time. And thank you. Like, that's all I can really say. You guys showed the love. You showed the follows. Got a few people Twitch subscribed, which I really didn't expect that, but thank you for that too. Catch you guys later. Peace.